hey folks, how you doing? It's coming up very close to 2 o'clock in the afternoon right now on this beautiful Tuesday. Little cooler, but still a little bit too hot for my taste, frankly. Still up in the mid to higher 80s, I'm sure, but better than what we have been getting. What we're going to do is, I have a great subscriber, and his name is Dennis. He hails from the bowels of Moscow, Russia. And he occasionally will give me some news that he's getting from his country. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read that for you. And not surprisingly, he was one of the first to come over and sub to my channel. So he's one of the two, because I subscribe. Well, maybe he's one of the three. I subscribed myself from my other channel. So regardless, he's one of the first three. Okay, without doubt. So let's go ahead and let's find out what's happening according to what they're hearing in Moscow, Russia. Okay, again, I'm not representing this as fact for you Americans, because I'm in America. I'm not representing this as fact. I am representing this as what my subscriber is putting to show us. Okay, so let me see if I can find it now, because they might pull it anyway on me. Let me see if I can find it. Folks, it looks like it's pulled. Come to my channel. Looks like it's pulled. Let me find this. I got it. Sorry, it took a while, but sometimes you can't see it. Now, we have an update here, okay? Update. So let's have a look at it. Again, I don't want to get into problems with people, having them say that I'm this or I'm that. I'm just reading what it says, okay? Now, I think it's a good idea. If you want to be really, like, smart, if you want to know things inside and out, it's a good idea to see everything, not just one point of view. So this is something that I always enjoy doing, because we're not getting this here in the United States. We're getting something different, okay? So let's go ahead and read it. Okay, it's always a pretty good amount of length here, so let me go ahead and start. On the morning of Monday, October 10, explosions occurred in several Ukrainian regions, including Kiev, Kharkiv, Lviv, Zhytomyr, and Dnipropetrovsk regions. The air alert sounded throughout the territory of Ukraine. The authorities of the Ukrainian regions reported damage to critical infrastructure. As a result, light and water failures occurred in some cities. Communications was lost. I'm reading this just for you, just what I'm hearing, okay? And by the way, I'm allowed to put my 2 cents worth in here. And I want to tell you something out of a personal thank you to Putin. I want to tell Putin thanks for not attacking us. Evidently, he is attacking Ukraine, because this has been heavy on my mind. They have sophisticated weapons, folks. They are what you call sophisticated and technologically advanced. So when you destroy billions of dollars worth of oil, and when you destroy a bridge, expect the unexpected. That's all I've got to say. So what is my feeling about it? It's a tragedy. People are going to die, young, old, boys, girls, and it's going to be in Russia, and it's going to be in Ukraine, because this is going to go back and forth. Now, what do I think about the measures that Putin took? I think that Putin held back. I think that Putin held back And I think that he's being very fair, except for the fact that people are dying. I think he's being very fair about this because they've taken billions of dollars worth of losses over there, and they don't know who's doing it, supposedly, okay? I say that because I don't want to give out misinformation. A lot of people are saying that they did it to themselves, okay? I'm sure they blew up their own bridge by themselves, too, okay? Whatever. So, we won't get into that. But what I will do is I'll continue finishing the news. That's my kind of perspective on it. I'm grateful because thank goodness we didn't see a tidal wave or something like that. We don't need this. And this is why people have to speak out. This is something that we're allowed to do until we go into an actual formal declaration of a major world war. And the rules are different at that time, folks. They can hang you for sedition or for being a traitor. They can do that. And they did do that in World War II. You had plenty of people that were hanged for understanding some position that the Japanese were having because we shut Japan down in World War II. There was an embargo on them. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't get oil. They couldn't get anything. So, also the Germans. There were other things that were going on that people, intellectuals, some people were intellectuals, that were hanged or shot to death, executed by the powers that be. But right now, as all of you know, and I know a lot of you are real stupid, but you at least know this. We are not at war with Putin. Well, of course we are. Well, that's in your sick, demented, stupid brain, okay? Until you can come out and say it, you can't say anything, okay? You don't have the gumption to come out and actually say what's going on, so don't talk to me about it, okay? I'm sorry for being such a prick, but I'm trying to be fair here, okay? I'm telling you, I'm grateful that we did not have something going on here in the United States. I'm grateful for that. Okay, it says President of Ukraine, toot with the $35 million spread there in Miami, old Toot, confirmed the strikes on critical infrastructure. And folks, my guess is this, and I don't know this to be fact. I think they probably did a number, what you call a number, on the infrastructure. You understand? And this is what I'm talking about, demoralizing. If you are able to rebuild the rail system, how would you like somebody telling you, you can rebuild it and spend all your money to rebuild it because it won't be there 72 hours after you're done with it. You've thrown away your money, and I want you to rebuild it again after we blow it up again. We want you to rebuild it again. Just keep throwing your money. That's demoralization. And that's what I think that they're going for here, and I think that's what Ukraine is going to go through right now, and it's horrible. This is a horrible thing, and I think that you're not hearing half of the destruction and the real problems that they're going to have now because of this. I think that's fair to say, although I don't know that to be 100% true. But my feeling is that Ukraine is going to be suffering a great deal with lack of clean water, lack of communications, all sorts of bad things. And I don't know about Ukraine, but over here we're soft. So being soft, to lose your internet for, at 45 days would be a fate worse than death. Over there in Ukraine, it may be common. I don't know. But it certainly won't be welcomed. So let's keep going. I'm sorry I'm doing this. This is my news read. So I'm grateful when somebody gives something like this to me. I'm grateful. So let's just read it out. Okay. It says, all right, so yeah, Toot confirmed the strikes on critical infrastructure throughout the country. The mayor of Kiev, Vitaly Klitschko said that at least 5 people were killed in the explosions in the capital, 12 were injured, and the metro stopped working in the city. The metro, I would think, is the train. And again, for the Ukrainians, please do not have any illusions at all about having a working rail system. Remember, you're going to have a postage stamp, remember? Hey, showing the destruction of the Crimean bridge. Of course, you won't have any train service. But you're stupid, mindless idiots because you're following old Toot. Right? That's what you want to do. So if you're going to follow Toot, well, be prepared. You understand? All right. That's just my opinion now, by the way. Not representing this as fact. Actually, I heard that they're going to make a stamp of the great blowing up of the Crimean bridge. They're going to make a stamp out of it in Ukraine. Well, I hope that the people understand that they should celebrate highly because you won't be able to jump a train, folks, or a metro or whatever the hell you people call it over there, okay? Let's keep going. So no more metro, okay, in Ukraine. I guess you're going to have trouble seeing the football matches over there, huh? You might have trouble seeing the football matches or cricket or whatever the hell it is over there. All right, the strikes were carried out after an explosion on the Crimean bridge, which, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, Crimean bridge, which Russian President Vladimir Putin, ex-KGB agent, by the way, just to be fair about this, I'm told he's a lawyer, too. I'm told that he's a lawyer. He's actually a lawyer, among other things, okay? It says here, strikes were carried out after an explosion on the Crimean bridge, which Russian President Vladimir Putin called a terrorist attack committed by Ukrainian special forces or services. In the afternoon of October 10, Putin held a meeting with members of the Russian Security Council. On it, he accused Ukraine of carrying out 3 terrorist attacks at the Kursk NPP, I think that's the nuclear power plant, as well as, quote, a number of other terrorist attacks and attempts of similar crimes, quote, end of quote, against Russian electric power and gas transportation infrastructure facilities, including an attempt to undermine one of the sections of the Turkish Stream gas pipeline. I don't know anything about that. That might be cleared up for us later, but I don't know anything about that. If attempts to carry out terrorist attacks on our territory continue, Russia's response will be tough and will correspond in scale to the level of threats posed to Russia. No one should have any doubts. Vladimir Putin, president of Russia. Well, I'm sorry he didn't congratulate the Ukrainian post office for their stamp that they're going to put out for the blowing up of the Crimean bridge. I would think that would be in order, wouldn't you? I would think that Putin would come out and say, congratulations, send me about 20 million of them. I'm a big stamp collector myself. Folks, do you understand what I'm telling you? This is absolute insanity. You've got brain dead American after brain dead American after brain dead American. They don't care. They're brain dead. They don't understand and they don't want to understand. Just keep sending the money to that place that's fighting Putin. Send all of our weapons, send all of the men, whatever it is that you want to do, just keep doing it. And maybe we can have a postage stamp for that too here in the United States. How's that sound? Folks, this is absolute insanity. And if you don't think that this is absolute insanity, then you need to go to another channel. One that will tell you how smart you are, okay? Because over here, you're not going to be considered real smart until you subscribe and you make comments and I see them and I'm going to say, you know what? You are smart. This person's smart. Because I'm smart, folks. I look at all angles. I just don't look at one side of an issue, okay? Like most of you dolts out there. Anyways, I will be back to read the news to you shortly. The American news. Or the Drudge Report. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? If you can get beyond being told that you're stupid.